This program is made possible by American Senior Benefits Wichita is all about your peace of mind. We specialize in asset protecting, safeguarding your health, planning your estate, and preserving your freedom of choice. We're here to work through all of this with you. American Senior Benefits Wichita proudly supports KPTS. The Candle Club, a place where friends, food, and music come together. Currently, we offer live entertainment every night except Sundays. Enjoy our delicious specialty appetizers and the Candle Club Signature Prime Rib. More about upcoming events at candleclubwichita.com. Home Health and Hospice of Kansas is a locally owned and community-based provider. We offer quality health care to our patients and families, complete with love, warmth, and compassion. We'll take care of all of the details for you. For more information, please visit kansashomehealth.com. Welcome to Cedric Plaza Retirement Community. Our living options are designed to suit your specific needs and activities that you're sure to love. We believe you'll be able to see yourself here, enjoying time with friends and family. For more information, visit cedricplaza.org.
Welcome to Empowering Seniors. I'm Katherine Ambrose, and today we're going to talk about estate sales and how to get rid of the extra stuff. And I'm with Christy McClellan, who owns Christy Mac Estate Sales. So welcome to the show, Christy.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Sometimes people might think about, well, maybe as a family we could just get together and do a garage sale, which is really nice when people want to pitch in and help.
Absolutely.
And they're trying to be conservative and they might think it's more affordable to do it this way. What is the difference between doing a garage sale and doing an estate sale?
Garage sales definitely have their place. I used to have one every year. With an estate sale, it's much more, I would say, upscale. We work very hard to organize the sale, to present the sale. We like people to come in and feel like they're in a boutique as you look around. And a lot of it is exactly the way it was, but we do a lot of organizing. And with a garage sale, it's just that side, that in the brain where it's like, okay, you know, I'm going to get this for a quarter. At an estate sale, you might be able to sell it for $2. Does that make sense?
For sure. People that have come as far away as 3.5 hours away.
Yes.
Someone was here last night waiting.
We've had somebody here for 2 days sitting in front of the house from Kansas City. We've had phone calls from Alabama, from Dallas, and a lot of times it really comes down to when you explain your merchandise online. All somebody has to do is put in vintage lamp, which is really cool, and you don't get that with a garage sale.
Yeah.
I mean, everything has its place. Facebook Marketplace is great too. We pre-sold a piano from here because we needed to make room. But an estate sale is just, I would say, a classier way, and the family doesn't have to do anything. And especially if it's a situation where the family's grieving or they live out of town, such as this family, both the daughters lived out of town. And so we come in and they trust us with the entire process. Now at this sale, when the sale's done, we pack up what we think might be able to sell at another sale, and then with the rest of it's packed up for them. We meet with the donation services. We take care of everything for them. Or a family can take care of that on their own if they want. After the estate sale. Each estate sale is different in what the family wants.
The estate sale is a very important component because the buyers can't move in unless the house is empty.
Right.
And the family doesn't know what to do with all this stuff usually.
Right.
That has to be addressed and it has to be well coordinated. And some homes, they maybe aren't allowed to do an estate sale in their neighborhood, or they're not comfortable, or they might not have enough stuff. And so do you take consignment items? So talk to us about what that means.
Consignment is a whole different animal. A lot of, like you said, a lot of people, maybe they live out of town or they don't have enough, or there's so many different variables. We will take those items on consignment. Like we have a couple other families here at this house. We didn't have a lot of room for consignment because this home was so full. But when, especially in a downsizing situation, Catherine, we have a lot of families that downsize, as you know, and they're moving to a smaller home, apartment, senior living, moving in with family. We take those items and we incorporate them into another cell, and that way we have a very nice full cell. No one wants to come into a home that looks like it's half filled. So with our consignments, we're able to fill in and make it a very nice cell. And we keep track at checkout of each family's cells.
That's really nice.
It is.
So I tell people a lot that, because they'll ask, what does it cost to do an estate sale? And so, because I don't think people realize what it takes to put these sales on, because you're moving stuff all over town sometimes. And then in the actual home where you do the sale, you're working in that house for like 2 weeks ahead of time, pulling things out, cleaning,
Absolutely.
organizing, getting everything merchandised. It's a tremendous amount of work.
Absolutely.
And so I always tell people it doesn't cost you anything to do an estate sale, because the traffic that you get here, the following that you have here. So you tell people a lot of times that a garage sale maybe is what you do to get rid of the things that you don't want. And an estate sale is how you can let go of the things that you love.
Exactly. That is so perfect, and you've said that to me before, and I love the way that you say that, because it's not possible to keep everything. If you're married, you have your husband's two parents and all of their things, and the grandparents' things, and then you have your family's things and your grandparents' things, and maybe an aunt or uncle thrown in there. And there's just no way that we can possibly keep everything. You know, a lot of times the families come in and they do take quite a bit, and what's left we sell, which we're fine with. And then there's other times where the families just, they don't want the family heirlooms. And this cell in particular, the artwork was just, we've been blown away by the artwork and the furniture. I mean, mid-century modern. It is so popular right now. And we do drive all over. We drive to Derby, Rose Hill to pick things up, to put in cells. We really are about customer service and doing everything we can to alleviate the stress for the family and for the consigners.
So you can make it easier on the family, plus make them more money.
Exactly.
And you just take all the work out of it for them.
Right.
So I have the funniest story to tell about this mid-century modern furniture. So one of the daughters said that she was so embarrassed when her friends would come over as a teenager and they would see her mother's mid-century modern furniture, and she just thought it was humiliating. And then over the decades, she's like, oh, Mom, you still have that furniture. And then when we started talking about what kind of values attached to it today, and that her mother loved it her whole entire life, and now we have people filling up the front yard ready to come in and to treasure this.
This was like a step back in history when you walk in this home. Truly. It's like a museum, and it never changed. And you know, you just don't see that, because especially we as Americans, we love to buy new things. And the fact that Dorothy, who lived in this home and loved this home, kept this for all these years in such pristine condition is incredible. You know, and you're right, now we have a yard full of people that are going to come in here and take these items home and love them. They're getting a little piece of Dorothy, which I think is amazing.
I do too, and I think that Dorothy would be very happy to see what you've done here. It is such a wonderful thing that you do, because I don't think in every city there are people really available to do estate sales in a personal manner like this. And I talked to another client of mine whose in-laws, when they moved, a lot of things, beautiful antiques just got trashed because there's not a market to sell items. And so we're really lucky here in the United States that there's a market, a national market to sell items out of Kansas. It's amazing.
And it's funny, I have to tell you that when I'm working in a home, I feel so connected to the client, especially if they've passed. So, of course I've come across pictures of Dorothy and I feel like I know her. And it's just, I just feel like you become kind of one with them for that time period. And I find myself sometimes talking to my clients, and I know that sounds a little crazy, but I really do feel connected to the person who lived here. And as I'm going through their items and seeing their life and what meant the most to them, Dorothy kept so many pieces of her kids' artwork, and you could just tell she had these 2 daughters that she loved so much and was so proud of them. And I find that remarkable. She passed away at 80 years old, and she left a legacy, a beautiful legacy that people are going to be coming in here today and enjoying.
Yeah.
It's a hard time. It's hard, I've lost my own mother, and it is not an easy process to let go. But we have to remember that it's just stuff, and we have our memories. But we come in and do everything we can to be as successful for the family as we can be, and to alleviate that pain. And we ask that our families not be present during an estate sale, just because it can be hard to watch that little owl that you bought Mom that maybe came. You bought Mom when you were a little girl, and now it's walking out the door with someone else. That can be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, just to watch one piece of your life after another go, that might be a little hard. And a lot of them choose not to come to a sale too, because they do realize that that's going to be hard. So one of the questions that we get is, how do you evaluate what something should sell for? Do you have appraisers, or how do you determine the value of certain items so you're getting hopefully maximum value of the different items?
Sure. Well, we do a lot of research. We definitely do a lot of research, and living in the Midwest, we realize that we can't get the same price for something that maybe you could get on the East Coast, the West Coast, Dallas. So we have to take that into consideration. We did a ton of research here, and we Google. We Google, like this lamp right here, a lot of Googling, and you just try to find that point where you think it's going to go the first day. You don't want to price it so high that it goes the last day at half off, and you don't want to sell it to where it doesn't go at all. And so we do a lot of research. A lot of it's just knowledge. It's like anybody's job. You learn as you go, and every single day we're learning in this job.
That's a good point too, that if you're trying to put on your own estate sale or sell everything in a garage sale, you might be doing it for the first time, maybe the second or third time, and you haven't had all those learning experiences.
We have called in John Bolden now, I think is how I say his name, and he's phenomenal. We are so blessed to have him in this city. He came in on an estate sale that we had about a little over a year ago, and we had a Peter Max, and he came in and helped us with that. So we do have that at our fingertips if we need to, but a lot of times it's just researching, and there's times that we'll take 30 minutes to an hour on one object, just trying to find something similar to it. But then when the sale starts, we have a great crew of people that come in to give customer service, to act as our security officers, and to just be there for us and our customers, and we're very blessed.
So how well does women's clothing sell, and what about men's clothing?
They're not the biggest sellers, but if we have great vintage stuff, That sells well. It just depends. Like at this sale, Miss Dorothy was plus size. So we have a lot of plus size clothing, and we do well with that because it's hard to find nice plus size clothing out there. If we have designer names like White House Black Market or Lululemon, those sell well.
So you're looking for some of the name brands and some of the things that jump out to you.
Absolutely.
And then you really showcase that. So people
And
can
I'm
find
very
it.
particular. It's got to be clean, no rip. I'm so weird when it comes to organizing the closet. They've got to all be on one hanger. It's very nice and organized. I despise wire hangers. Those get tossed.
So that's really awesome. And I saw that you'd taken a bedspread home and washed it.
I did. I've been known to do that. Yes.
Because you get paid based on the overall net of the sale.
Condition, yes.
So
and the
you're trying
condition of
to
the
make the
items.
sale the highest value you possibly can so you can deliver a big check to them.
Absolutely.
And that's how you get paid. And that's what you take pride into is how big of a sale it ends up being.
Yes.
So very exciting. And I'm excited to show off the excitement as you open up this next sale. And
I hear them all outside. I think they're very excited.
standing in the cold, ready. They're super excited. They keep peeking in the windows.
I know.
And so it's really a testament to what you do,
Thank
getting
you,
marketing
Catherine.
wise to get people that excited. Let's hear what some of these estate sale buyers have to say. Hey, Paul, thanks so much for coming to the sale today. What brought you to the sale?
Well, there was a piece that my wife saw online that she had to have, so she sent me down here 36 hours in advance to come and get it. Ended up being the first one in line, which was great.
Yeah.
And got what she wanted, so she'll
you're
be
gonna-
happy.
You're gonna have a happy wife, so that's good.
right. Happy wife, happy life.
Absolutely. And so you purchased 2 vintage
Yep.
chairs?
Yep, 2 mid-mod chairs.
Yeah. And is she a collector of those? Is it for your house?
It's
or
for our house, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a mid-mod home. So
Very good. So do you buy things from estate sales very often?
fair amount.
Yeah.
Depends. If I can get a way to get down to them.
What do you like about estate sales?
A lot of it is being able to, because we're looking for period specific, so you're able to find those type of things at an estate sale, and knowing that this is somebody that's been in somebody's family a lot of times for 40 and 50 years. It's really cool. And
Yeah.
we'll pass it on down to our kids, and
Yeah.
it's just a lot of fun.
What brought you to the estate sale today?
The little bitty people that my grandbaby is praying for.
Very fun. How do you find out about estate sales?
On my phone, I have it programmed in to contact me whenever y'all have
good.
one. Yeah.
How often do you go to an estate sale?
4 or 5 times a week.
So it's a fun activity.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think is smart about people using an estate sale to sell their items when they need to move?
I think that would be the best thing. My mother's 88, and I'm going to be facing that here pretty quick, and she has a house full of chickens everywhere. You can find things that you need, plus I'm a chef, and I look for cookware all the time, and I help people that don't have cookware, and it's just a blessing. I mean, I give with this and it comes with that. I don't know where, God, it's all God. I found some cookware that I sold when I was 16 years old, and those things were like $500. I got it for $10. Do you know how happy that made somebody?
That's
You know,
really great.
So God's good at estates. I'm sorry the circumstances, because I know I'm going to face it with Mom, but why not, you know? The kids don't want to put everything out on for a garage sale.
Yeah. And now we're going to take a look at another Christy Mac estate sale when we ran into her several months ago.
Estate sales are just such a better opportunity than a garage sale, because a garage sale, you are doing all the work, you're out in the heat most likely, because you're not going to do it in the winter time. With an estate sale, you have the potential to make so much more money. And especially having a professional estate sale company do it for you, because we're just constantly gaining knowledge. We gain knowledge every day in this business, and you can just make, the potential is to make so much more in a professional environment than in a garage sale. And you're not having to do the work, and then you're not having to deal with all the items that don't sell. But estate sales but you have to be careful, because there's some people that overprice at estate sales. You've got to find that fine line. You don't want to charge too much, and you don't want to charge too little. So trying to find that fine line is so important in our business. And you also want to have a professional, reputable company, someone that you can trust. Always ask your friends or family for names. There are some companies out there that aren't as trustworthy. They don't do as good of a job. They don't clean. They don't stage. They're just not as professional. So definitely take your time when you're considering an estate sale. So you have to really, really be careful out there and ask around and get good recommendations. When you have built a lifetime of memories with a dish, even just a dish, or with a piece of furniture, it's so hard, especially our seniors who are downsizing. It's very hard when they know they're not going to be able to fit it into their new place, and maybe they don't have children, or the children don't have room. I think it makes them very happy to know that it is going somewhere where it's going to be loved. We have had clients that are just absolutely ecstatic with the amount of money that they've made, because they just didn't know what would sell, what wouldn't sell. And so we've just built great relationships with our clients, and some of them sometimes have thought about doing a garage sale, and they don't have to do any of the work. And then at the end of the sale, it's their choice. They can pack it up. But most generally, we pack it up for them. We do all the donations. We meet with the companies that pick up the donations. We donate to lots of charities in town. We donate to Open Door. We donate to Grace Presbyterian. We've donated to Wichita Women's Initiative Network. We donate to Goodwill. We donate to DAV. So we also are helping the community at the end of the sale, helping our client to pack everything up and donate, but then also helping our community. Like after this sale, I have someone coming from Open Door to pick up all the kitchen and all the clothing. And it just, that way we can expend the love around and share it with everyone.
Now back to our guest, Christy Mac. Because it's so overwhelming, the downsizing process and trying to figure out what to do with all the extra stuff. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for those people that are waiting outside to come in and to buy items. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. And if you have questions about the Empowering Seniors series and everything that we talk about on the show, or specifically about estate sales, be sure to reach out to empoweringseniors@kpts.org.
This program is made possible by American Senior Benefits Wichita is all about your peace of mind. We specialize in asset protecting, safeguarding your health, planning your estate, and preserving your freedom of choice. We're here to work through all of this with you. American Senior Benefits Wichita proudly supports KPTS. The Candle Club, a place where friends, food, and music come together. Currently, we offer live entertainment every night except Sundays. Enjoy our delicious specialty appetizers and the Candle Club Signature Prime Rib. More about upcoming events at candleclubwichita.com. Home Health and Hospice of Kansas is a locally owned and community-based provider. We offer quality health care to our patients and families, complete with love, warmth, and compassion. We'll take care of all of the details for you. For more information, please visit kansashomehealth.com. Welcome to Cedric Plaza Retirement Community. Our living options are designed to suit your specific needs and activities that you're sure to love. We believe you'll be able to see yourself here, enjoying time with friends and family. For more information, visit cedricplaza.org.